You, listen, I'm gonna do this. You can sleep here. Stop knocking this over. Stay. She's not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. You're not gonna. Oh, God. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Enjoy English with Mrs. A. The report is one of the most complex writing tasks for official exams. And today we'll be looking at the structure of the report, tips, vocabulary, and examples to nail that official ESL exam. What is a report? The report is a writing assignment where you must write from the point of view of an expert and analyze a situation with data, statistics, and specific information. The writing style of the report is formal and impersonal. And apart from the title, you have several other subtitles where you have to detail your findings. Now, this writing assignment is likely to be requested in your B2, C1, and C2 ESL examinations. So if you're an A2 or a B1, don't you worry about the report just yet. And please, pretty please, consider not writing a report if you're the kind who likes to let their imagination run wild on paper. It will be a lot harder for you to stick to a rigid guideline because a report is for somebody who enjoys almost a military approach to writing. Numbers, facts, structure. On paper, your report should look like this. It's not even a joke. For the rest of your writing assignments like the essay, the article, the review, you'll just need to keep that structure in mind and develop each paragraph accordingly. For the report, these subtitles are necessary. Now let's read a report and look at the structure carefully before we break it all down. The statistics behind bike lanes in Spain. Introduction. The aim of this report is to analyze the relationship between cities that have embraced and integrated bike lanes and their citizens, as well as incentives to promote sustainable transportation. Findings. Over the last 5 years, bike lanes have seen an increase of over 40% in cities all over Spain. After careful evaluation and on-site investigation in 3 major cities in Spain, we have found that 63% of the people we interviewed consider the implementation of bike lanes beneficial in terms of sustainability and overall health. In many cases, people confirmed they now use bikes exclusively to commute and to get their daily exercise, resulting in saving money they would have otherwise used on gas. Over 35% of regular drivers complained bike lanes make traffic difficult, with a staggering 15% confirming they have witnessed more accidents involving vehicles and bicycles than ever before. An extensive study from the University of Madrid revealed that with proper campaigns and public awareness, traffic contamination would be reduced by 15% in 10 to 15 years. Conclusion. Given the evidence mentioned above, we consider it imperative to create an awareness agenda to inform citizens of possible benefits of using their bicycles. We have created a website people should visit to get familiar with traffic rules and an app with incentives for those considering using their bikes instead of their cars. Should they accumulate enough points by being sustainable, they could be compensated with great discounts in several entertainment centers. An ongoing campaign should be carried out to inform the population that an eco-friendly alternative could help reduce contamination in their cities. That was intense. Now, let's recap. The report has a formal, impersonal style from beginning to end. No contractions, no frills. It's written from the point of view of the expert who knows everything about the topic, including how to fix it or make it better. It includes statistics, data, quotes, studies to support your findings. Before we move any further, let me give you some expressions according to a recent study from Cambridge University. You can just make up names, don't you worry about that. 60% of students between the ages of 20 to 25 believe that. Statistics show that. The most convincing arguments in favor of using the bike as primary transportation are I predict the economy, and so on, so forth. So it's about learning and remembering some typical expressions that you can use to your advantage. Now, we're going to break down each part of the report, and let me start with the title. So even with the title, you have to remember that if you're writing a report, everything needs to be to the point, formal and impersonal. Let me read you some titles. Inflation is expected to skyrocket in the next 5 years. Environmental threats in the 21st century. The future of transportation according to the latest trends. How technology is used in history classes. The impact of video games on teenagers. Contrary to the article, using questions for your title, not advised. And we're moving on to the introduction of your essay. Make that introduction brief but clear. State the purpose of your report. Assume that the reader needs a clear explanation. So repeat the question from the task, but try to reword it. And you can start like this. The aim of this report is to show that, or alternatives. This report is written to analyze, demonstrate, depict, and so on and so forth. Moving on to your findings. You may want to use separate headings for advantages and disadvantages, detailing them in 2 separate paragraphs, or presenting them in a list of bullet points. Of course, where advantages and disadvantages don't apply, you can use data, statistics, percentages, and so on. Always remember that skill is favored over accuracy, or the veracity of the information you present. In other words, no one's going to check if the information you present in your ESL report is factually accurate. If indeed teenagers between the ages of 14 to 16 in fact spend 2 hours a day playing video games, for example. Examiners will only evaluate the way you present the information, if you follow the guidelines, if you use the right expressions. And that's it. Let's move on to the conclusion. Explain your findings and, from the point of view of the expert, again, issue a conclusion, a prediction, or recommendation based on the nature of your report. Let's look at some expressions. In conclusion, I would like to stress that it is a fact that it appears to, or it seems to, or it tends to. There is no doubt that, given all the above, it can be concluded that. Having proved or presented this, the only logical outcome would be 2. Considering all the aforementioned, and so on. Remember, you can find my books on Amazon if you wish to practice all of your skills. And I wish you all good luck with your ESL examinations. Until next time, bye!